And buonasera a tutti. Good evening, everybody. It is What's the Scoop, episode 96. Here tonight with, of course, Brandon Furtado. Brandon, how you doing?
I'm good, Scoop. I'm good. Big game tonight. We'll talk about that later. But for now, I'm good.
Exciting.
And how you doing, dude? How you doing?
Good. Good to see you guys. And joining us tonight, but this seems like a perfect time to share this information. Joining us going forward is Rob Szolosi, a good friend of both of ours, and the guy who kind of oversees everything over on our other show on FAH, supported by millions. Rob Szolosi. Rob, good to have you on again. How are you doing? Thanks again for joining us today and going forward.
Yeah. As Brandon said, big game tonight. No Charles Cross
Yeah, we
tonight.
just yeah.
Oh my God. I mean, we knew that on like Tuesday that was probably going to be the case, but oh no. Oh no.
Yeah, that's not against or in a game where some people already thought this was going to be a bit of an uphill battle for Seattle. Definitely not helpful in that situation. Um, but yeah, well, let's start with this game. Obviously, these two teams, LA and Seattle, met a few weeks ago, and that was just an odd game because for as poorly as Seattle, well, I mean, neither team played particularly well, but for as poorly, particularly as one side played, that was a much closer game than people expected. So, Rob, you're a Seahawks fan. I'll start with you. What do you think Seattle needed to take away from the last game going into tonight? And do you think that how they faced each other last time, do you think that's going to, I won't say give them an advantage, but do you think it'll help them going into facing them this time?
I think what happened last time is wildly indicative of what's going to happen this time. I don't think much is going to be different. I'm still scared of Darnold's interceptions. We've talked about it on FAH as a whole in terms of how the Rams deal with him. Again, as I mentioned, no Charles Cross. This offensive line is already awful beyond belief. Now you lose one of your top guys, if not your top guy. I'm scared. Like I do feel, this sounds pretty facetious because we know how it is with division games; they're always close. I'm scared of this being like a 14-point loss for Seattle, though. I really am because I think the O-line being that bad, and then just how the Rams produce offensively is insane. They haven't slowed down other than the Panthers game, really, and I guess Seattle as well. But it's just like I just don't. If Seattle pulls this off, which they might, but if they do, it will be obviously a huge boon for the division and everything. But just overall, I think our opinion of Seattle will change if they can show some kind of level and win this game. Because as of right now, it feels like a less and less likely of a possibility because of the cross injury, because of what we know with what Seattle's done. And then especially last week against the Colts,
Yeah.
that was awful. That was awful. Like that was a win that felt like the worst loss of the season. That's literally what it felt like. So I just the level of confidence in or as a Seattle fan is like down in the dumps for this one. It is much worse than anybody in the national media would care to admit.
Yeah, I definitely think that there are some areas in which these teams don't match up particularly well. I think the trenches is the one that kind of really has my attention right now. Just the offensive line, obviously the defensive front on Los Angeles side. I mean, who's their quote unquote weakest defender? Is it Fiske maybe?
Maybe, but even then, he's pretty
Well,
good.
well,
Like,
that's what I was gonna say is if of your two outside linebackers, your two defensive ends, and your nose tackle, he's your quote unquote weakest one. That doesn't really lend you much
no, he's
of a
solid. Like, he's pretty good. So,
yeah.
yikes.
Um, yeah, and that's the thing is like other than Forbes, their corner, it's kind of there's not really something for you to try and quote unquote exploit on that side of the ball, which I don't love that matchup against your.
Yeah. And let me comment on that too. I mean, Brandon's talked about it for weeks that this Rams secondary is pretty awful. It's not great, but does it really matter in a game like this? It didn't matter last time, right, Brandon? It didn't matter at all. Sam Darnold was a sitting duck out there.
Yeah, it's not going to matter. Like if your secondary is bad, if you're Seattle, if your offensive line is that bad, especially now missing probably your best offensive lineman or at least your top two, then like it's not going to matter if that secondary is really that bad because the D line is going to get to Sam Darnold all night. So, it's like it kind of, you can mask a lot of problems. I mean, hell, I'll make the comparison now. Everybody's like, oh, Dory Jackson's looked great the last 2 or 3 weeks. Yeah, because the D line's playing crappier teams, and they're finding ways to actually get to the quarterback. They're masking some issues there. So, it's not. I mean, he has played better, but I just with Seattle, I want to see. It's a division game. It should not be a blowout, but the biggest issue is that if Darnold already can't handle pressure, we know that's been a calling card of his career ever since he came into the league, and if that's why missing Charles Cross is so big. But I mean, look at that. Look at what the Rams have to game plan for. The only real threat, that you have is JSN, and then maybe
they don't know what they're doing, and the Seahawks don't know what they're doing with the running back core because they're just mix and matching it like crazy.
I would on top of JSN, I would add Barner to that conversation. AJ Barner, I like him as a tight end.
Okay.
Yeah, but he's not even playing enough snaps. I mean, they're rotating tight ends too. Like everything else is rotation. Like everything else they do is rotation.
When's the last time? And Rob, I mean, you know this. When's the last time you guys actually used your tight ends in the season? Like, maybe Jimmy Graham.
No, Jimmy wasn't used at all. He was used as a blocker.
Even before him, I guess. Yeah.
Yes, and I'm trying to even think. It's not and even with McDonald, it's not a tight end based offense. It really is not. I mean, Pete Carroll was much worse, but no, it's not a tight end based offense at all.
I can't out of all the tight ends you guys have had in the last 10 years, I can't think of one that actually shined.
Yeah, I mean, Jimmy Graham was so annoying because they brought in Jimmy, they traded Max Unger. Our offensive line was even bad then. I don't think it's bad. I don't know. Shane would know if it's worse than it is now. I'm not as privy to that because I was much younger. But I like Jimmy Graham. They brought him in. They made the offensive line worse, and then they just used him as a blocker. He could have been very serviceable towards the back end of his career. Hell, we saw it in Chicago. When he went to Chicago, he was used as a red zone guy, right? So I mean, there's that. Yes, Scoop.
No, I was just saying I had looked on real quick, just to kind of see how they were using Barner this year, and I didn't realize in over 700 snaps they've used him as an inline, presumably as an inline blocker, 579 times.
So yeah.
Wow. I don't know if this is breaking news, but per Adam Schefter, Deron Bland surgery on his left foot for the second time in as many years.
Oof.
Out for
I hadn't seen that, so that presumably
that just came out right now.
That doesn't surprise me. He looked a step slower this year. That doesn't surprise me.
No, it doesn't. But I mean, it's still definitely unfortunate, and it's this time of. I'm trying to even remember. He's still on Dallas, right?
Yeah. And
Okay.
he hasn't been great this year.
No. But they got an odd situation in that defensive secondary over there. When you've got him, you don't know what's going on with Trevon Diggs off the field.
What is happening with Diggs? He's healthy. He said he's healthy. Then Jerry Jones comes out and he's like, "We don't think he's healthy enough." Dude's walking around fine on the sideline.
Yeah,
he's practicing.
Something's wrong.
if he doesn't play this week, who are the Cowboys playing this week? They're playing
Chargers.
Chargers. If he doesn't play this week, I'll be stunned because he looks fine to me.
This is a perfect segue, but the omnipresent Dallas fan in our comments has poked her head in. Nicole Gizzy saying hello, and it is her birthday today. So
yeah, happy birthday, by the way.
Happy birthday to Nicole. Pringles, stop eating my chicken wings.
Pringles is eating your chicken wings?
She's trying to. She said she wants the DC fired, which is obviously much maligned former Bears coach Matt Eberflus, and also saying Diggs severed the relationship with Dallas.
I would say so. I would say so. I mean, what else could be happening there?
I mean, that's the thing is like I'm struggling to know like what side to put that quote unquote blame. It kind of almost feels like it's shared. It kind of almost feels like it's shared blame at this point.
We don't know anything. All we know is that one side, him, is saying he's healthy. Then Jerry, which by the way, we've talked about this before. I am so exhausted of Jerry Jones' press conferences. The guy doesn't know the sun from his two eyes. And you're the GM, you're the owner. I don't need to hear you every day.
That's a very nice way to put freaking what was his the quote? I don't remember who it was about, but Nick Saban's quote, he doesn't know his ass from a pile of sand.
No, but I just like and I get it. He says some. Do you know how many Jerry Jones sound bites we've used in every iteration of our shows? We're talking like over 300 at this point. It's like one a week. He says something interesting, but if he says something interesting, why are we putting on?
That's exactly what he's trying to do. He's not. He's trying to win the sound bites and trying to win the media Pringles for the
100%.
Yeah, what's that quote from my head coach from Dan Lanning over in Oregon? They're fighting for clicks, we're fighting for wins.
That's the Cowboys in a nutshell. That is the Cowboys in a nutshell.
I love that one.
We always use Jerry Jones sound bites, but we use it to laugh at him. It's exhausting.
Yep. Nikki says Schottenheimer made it pretty clear he doesn't take no bull. And Nikki, you probably missed it a week or two ago, but I pretty much said, holy crap, are we all wrong about Brian Schottenheimer, presumably at least, as a coach. I wildly whiffed on that. Christina Romano is joining in saying, Scoop. Christina, I hope you're doing well. Really glad to have you on tonight. I don't remember, excuse me, sorry. I don't think you said today was his birthday, but I know you said you bought a Jackson Dart something for your boyfriend's or your fiance's birthday. So I know you said you hope he doesn't get traded, but
that's a good gift. That's a good gift, even for a historical heirloom. That's pretty good.
Yeah, we'll see how that unfolds. Oh, I just realized. I hope he doesn't watch this show because otherwise, oops, sorry, I spoiled the gift. Yeah, my bad. I wasn't thinking that through. Christmas present. Okay, yeah, okay. That makes far more sense for the fact that it's a week away. All right. I promise this is coffee. I know right now it probably seems like I'm drinking vodka on the show, but anyway. So checking back into he asked for it. Okay, cool. Yeah, it was a lot. That's kind of what my mom did this year because I never know what to get my mom for Christmas. And thankfully, thank God, finally this year, she basically just goes, "This is what I want for Christmas," and shows me the picture of it.
Yeah, my mom told me too.
I already got a couple things because I needed a Roku stick for my upstairs TV because my Google Chromecast broke. It's a stick that basically makes your TV a smart TV. My TV.
Oh, you mean just the actual Roku? You mean the actual Roku itself?
Yeah. So like the stick.
I have Roku, but when you said Roku stick, I was confused. Okay.
Yeah. So what happened is my Chromecast, but absolutely messed up. Like it stopped working 2 weeks ago. Like it literally stopped working. So I was like, let's upgrade. Let's go to Roku. This TV, guys, is from like 2012. Still outputs 1080p at like amazing picture quality.
So is mine.
What's 1080p? I I'm familiar with the phrase 1080p. I just don't know what it actually is supposed to mean.
Okay, so I'll explain this to you, Scoop.
Thank you.
So we're talking resolutions, right? So your resolutions go as follows. It's I think 144, 240, 360, 480. That's SD. So that's standard definition. Those four.
Yeah, that part I know.
Yeah. Then it goes 720, 720p, 720i, which is a little bit lower. Then 1080i, then 1080p, then 4K, then 8K.
What the hell is 8K?
4K is the standard. 8K is where we're going next, which is like even more pixels per. It's nuts.
I've never even heard of 8K. I've only heard of 4K, and I don't even have that.
If you go to a movie theater, I think it's 8K now. I think movie theaters are 8K.
Okay.
Yeah, I think movie theaters are 8K.
I went to a movie theater twice this year, and that's a lot for me in a specific year. But I went to see the Lilo and Stitch remake back in May or June. I was on a date. We went to the live action, whatever the hell it's called.
The live action version. Yeah. I think this year was crap, I'm trying to remember. 2023, I think I went to the theater 12 times. Or no, it was last year. Last year, 2023.
I don't know if I've been to the theater 12 times in my whole life.
I used to be like that, like what Rob's saying. Like I love going to the movies, but at the same time, there's nothing I ever want to see.
I'm very lucky because I have a good bit of cinephile friends. Yes, we are cinephiles. That's what we are.
What's a cinephile?
A cinephile is someone who's addicted to the cinema, addicted to movies.
That makes sense.
But I have. So they were like, "Hey, do you want free tickets?" So they gave me like a bunch of free tickets, and I saw like a lot of movies because of that. Otherwise, I wouldn't have gone. And then I'm seeing Avatar tomorrow. So
okay. Yeah, you were talking to me a little bit about that before the show. Yeah, I saw two films. That was the first one, and then I saw I don't even remember what the name of it was, but it's the one that came out about Bruce Springsteen and the making of the Nebraska.
Is it Deliver Me from Nowhere? Is that what it's called?
That sounds right. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's what it's called. Yeah. Is that worth seeing? Did you like it?
I liked it a good bit. Now, if you're not like, when I say I'm a Bruce Springsteen fan, I mean he's been first or second on my Spotify Wrapped every year for the past like 7 years. So if you're not a big fan of his, you might not find it interesting for as long as it goes on and for the kind of niche.
Shane would hate it. Yeah, Shane
would hate it. I like movie biopics. That's why I asked, because I have to VOD that. I want to watch it. But reminds me, how long is it going to take us to make our top 5 of the year for 2025? Are we going to have to wait a few months? There was nothing this year.
I don't even know what you're talking about.
There was nothing this year, Brandon. I don't have a top 5 yet of top movies of the year.
I don't think I've even seen 5. I don't think I've even seen 5 like new movies this year.
Yeah.
So, I was going to ask. You talking about movies that we've watched like for the show, or movies like in the theater? I'm just talking movies for 2025 every year around like mid-January. We make like a top 5 list, and I
can't think of 5 right now.
Like the only movie that's number 1, I only have my number 1, and it's Sinners, and that's it.
I haven't seen Sinners yet.
Sinners is must watch. It's number 1. It's been number 1 for months. That's all I have. I only have Sinners. Everything else, I have no idea what to do.
I will say I would like to. I will say that's the one movie which I'm aware of the existence, but I haven't seen yet, that I would like to go see. But
Ryan Coogler's a genius. Ryan Coogler's an absolute genius. Guy's a genius.
That's the
director? That's the director.
Okay.
He's a genius. He's an absolute master right now.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah. The only
same guy who did the Black Panther movies, by the way.
Yeah.
Same guy.
I didn't see those.
Oh my God. Scoop.
I did on my birthday. That was a unique experience.
I haven't seen Black Panther, Deadpool, except for the Deadpool versus Wolverine one that my best friend down south watched.
Oh no!
We
need to help you out, Scoop. This is not okay.
You have to watch it in order to fully appreciate it. You have to watch it in order.
Wait. Okay, good. So it's not like Star Wars, where for whatever reason you have to start with the 4th one.
Yeah,
I
well,
mean,
you
but
don't have to, but you can.
the thing with Marvel movies, it's like, and that's why I was like this before I started watching Marvel movies. It's like you just have to grind it out, because if you don't grind it out, you're not going to understand absolutely anything. And for Deadpool and Wolverine, you have to understand all the X-Men stuff, which is a whole nother universe. It's just
the
there's a
extent
lot.
of the extent of the knowledge of my knowledge on the X-Men is from The Big Bang Theory.
Oh,
That's a problem. That's a massive issue. So you've never seen like the animated series, like
I know
even the new one.
I know Charles Xavier's name because of The Big Bang Theory.
Oh,
oh boy.
God. Well, okay. Let's put it this way: we're gonna have a podcast once the NFL season is over, where we're gonna make Scoop watch a bunch of pop culture shit that excuse my language, that we lived with, and I
you're gonna
apologize.
get my live reaction in real time.
Yes, because I am so massively annoyed by the fact that we're gonna start with the MCU, because I'm so massively annoyed that you just don't know Marvel stuff. It's so annoying.
I'll be honest. You could put a list of 20 heroes or villains or whatever, and tell me pick what's Marvel.
Do you know who Thanos is at least?
I recognize the name. I thought he was like a Greek god.
I apologize for my language. I know your grandmother's watching this. I apologize. My sincere apologies.
No,
there's nothing that makes me more upset about you, Scoop, than your pop culture knowledge. It literally cost me brain cells. Like, I was trying to tell you, because so we were watching. This is such a
go, by the way.
He's finding something. We were
I can't find it. It's fine. I can't find it.
Okay.
I was gonna bring on my Wolverine t-shirt, but never mind.
Yes. Okay. No. But so I was trying to so for the movie we're seeing on FAH, The Pianist, I was like, hey, it's free everywhere. You know, I was telling Scoop, he's like, where is it free? I was like, it's free on Tubi. And this guy doesn't know what Tubi is.
I mean, I don't use it, but still.
Yeah, like Scoop, do you know that for national TV Fox, like NFL games, you can watch them on Tubi? Like, I'm talking when it's only one game that they have, not like 7 or 8 that they always have. Like, you can watch it in 4K on Tubi. Like, the Thanksgiving game was on Tubi, and you just didn't know that was a thing? Like, do you know what Pluto TV is? Do you know what Fandango at Home is? Do you know what Plex is?
I know what Fandango is, because that's where I buy my movie tickets.
See,
that's good. No, but they have an at-home service that used to be called Voodoo. It used to be called Voodoo, and then it changed to Fandango at Home. So there's all these free channels, so like the Roku channel, Pluto, Tubi, Freevee. Like, there's all these free movie things that you just don't know about.
After you said Roku, it just sounded like you were making up words.
I'm not making. By the way, that's a distinct issue with this, is that they literally just make up words for their services. But when I was trying, like, I was like, Scoop doesn't know what Tubi is. Like, this is a massive issue. This is not okay. This is like, how, Scoop, I'm sorry, but I think Brandon's asked you this before. How have you existed this long without all this knowledge that is just ingrained in our heads?
It is rare to find somebody that pop culture just escapes them at every turn. That's
like even I knew enough about it, as not a ton, because I thought Batman was in Marvel for years, and that's awful. But
that's what I was trying to say before. The sentence I was trying to say was, you could give me a list of 20 villains or heroes, tell me which ones are Marvel, which one's DC. If I got 5 out of the 20 right, it would be on sheer dumb luck.
I'm gonna tell you about a DC character called Condiment King right now. He's literally he's basically just a container. He's basically just a container of mustard, essentially, and he's a hero.
Oh, we've so derailed.
A hero?
Yeah. His powers are to squirt mustard and ketchup at your face, and it works. It's kind of crazy.
I mean, I could see that being a hero power if my blood sugar was too low.
So DC has some weird ones, and my favorite one is Condiment King. Condiment King is the best.
How-
Brandon, you know about Condiment King.
Yeah, God. Oh man, guys, so much for sports tonight.
We have gone so far off the freaking rails that people are going to be tuning into this and think that they turned on the wrong show.
Condiment King. Hang on, I want to get.
It doesn't help that I took off the Chiron because I just have the name Scoop down there because my friend Christina.
Oh man.
What
was our next topic? Scoop. Oh, Rob finds that.
Did we even go to our first topic?
Can we do some baseball stuff, please? I want to do some baseball.
Yeah, let's do that.
Yeah. So, I think the main one that people are kind of starting to get more and more verbal about, for lack of a better word, is one of the top guys who was supposed to come over. Well, who is set?
Sorry.
What the hell was that?
Stupid Instagram, man. I try to scroll and it pops up reels. Go. Sorry.
Oh, I mean the latest upgrade or update or whatever the hell you want to call it.
So bad.
Awful.
Right.
It's awful.
Anyway, that's me just getting disoriented again. But anyway, so for those who didn't see it, there's a 25-year-old who's coming over from Kumamoto, Japan, and he has played for the Tokyo Yakult Swallows for the last 8 seasons, and his name is Munetaka Murakami. And he is looked at as like the latest sort of big bat to come over from there. He's a 2-time Central League MVP. He was a Triple Crown winner 3 years ago. He's a 4-time NPB All-Star. NPB is Japanese version of Major League Baseball for those who don't know. He was a Rookie of the Year. He won the Japan Series in 2021. So he's got all these accolades already, despite being 25. Excuse me, sorry. He was posted by his team, and this was something that was in the works for a while. He had an extension signed back in 2022. Basically, there was a stipulation as that in part of that contract that he was going to be posted, allowed to come to Major League Baseball after this season. But the posting system means what it stipulates is that once you're posted by your team, there is only a 45-day window in which you can sign a contract or, formalize your decision to go to a new team. And because he was posted on November 8th, that brings the conclusion of his process to December 22nd, which is 4 days from now on Monday. So presumably, this whole thing has to come to a conclusion, has to come to a head over the next 72-ish hours. Because I almost never see it go to the literal last day. Because again, you got to have the agreement, you got to finalize everything, you got to take the physicals, all that other stuff. So that's as we all know, that's part of the reason why typically you always hear these reports, agreed to terms or will sign this or have agreed to, right. Because that stuff always comes out usually 2-3 days beforehand. And Rob, what did you just send me? Okay, that's
Condiment King.
No, what that is going to be is the reason I don't sleep for the next 3 days.
It literally, the original one, it's like, Brandon, it's like a Batman costume kind of, and then it's just two condiments.
That's literally what it looks like. It looks like a ripoff of Batman.
Exactly.
But what does he do? I'm Condiment Man.
It's King, but yes.
Yeah, this is how well this stuff sticks in my brain. Anyway, I could have used Condiment King over here earlier. My hot dogs were a little bit dry. But
that's what he does.
Kidding. I don't need hot dogs. But anyway, back to Murakami. So the discussion that was on MLB Network yesterday that I was able to catch was basically because there's been, not only has he taken to the very last second to make this happen, but there's been very little dialogue about him actually negotiating with a team or actually visiting with a team. And that's what I think a lot of people are surprised by, is because he typically with things like this, even with Ohtani and with Tanaka, both of whom really prided themselves, as a lot of these players do that come over, on secrecy and privacy and discretion and all of that. We've heard very little about what's actually going on with Murakami. Now, there are some people who have been more cynical about him as a player, myself included, coming over to Major League Baseball because, one of the infamous stats that sticks out is hits 095 against fastballs that are over, I think it's like 92 miles an hour. And obviously, you're going to see quite a bit of that in Major League Baseball. So that's something that really concerns me. Now, the pushback a lot of that people have been giving on a lot of those types of takes is that, well, guys like Ohtani and Tanaka also didn't have great numbers against certain things, and they adjusted as they came over. So anyway, whichever you feel about it, so Murakami, somebody who's likely to be a long-term first baseman, what do you think is going on here? And do you see any teams that kind of stick out to you as a potential fit? Or do you think that he doesn't end up coming over at all? Do you think that's how this ends? Rob?
Well, I guess the first thing I can say is there are agents in the history of sports. It's incredibly rare though that say, "Hey, if anything comes out, you're done. We're not coming to your team."
Really good point.
Which that might be the case here. I would be stunned if it is because it's just he's too high profile for that. Or he might not be. He might not come anywhere. I don't think that's likely though. I think there's too much money on the table for him. There's too much going on there. I don't know. I mean, what? So he wants to do West Coast or the Yankees? Is that basically what this is at this point? And even the Yankees might be out because of what they're going through budget-wise.
I mean, quite honestly, when it comes to Murakami, I've heard us in more on Tatsuya Imai quite a bit. And I think that we're a finalist for him. In fact, I heard yesterday we're a finalist for him with the Chicago Cubs and potentially the Philadelphia Phillies. Murakami is not somebody on whom I've heard we're particularly serious.
So West Coast.
Early on, I think there was the rumblings that the Yankees were in, and I think
but those were more rumblings that you're going to always hear with the Yankees with a big name. That wasn't like
right.
Because honestly, we have Ben Rice playing first, like.
Yeah, that's who should be playing first. Yeah.
Yeah. So I didn't really love the fit for him here to begin with.
Yeah.
So
I don't know.
And that's the thing is that just goes to show how little there's really been in terms of.
I wonder if there's stats that go even beyond just that one stat about him hitting so poorly against the fastball that are scaring teams away. That we're just not hearing about. I think that because there's no way that at this stage of the game that we haven't heard anything about him. Like there's got to be something deeper than just him not hitting that fastball. Like maybe he's just not, or maybe they're taking a deeper look at his fielding numbers because they said that he's not good at third. He's better at first. But teams might want him to play, the teams that might be interested might want him to play third.
DH? Is that a possibility?
It's a possibility.
It's a possibility, but would I want to bring somebody over who's never played in Major League Baseball and immediately lock him into just playing DH?
I hear that. Yeah.
And plus, they also did that with Masataka Yoshida, and I'm not sure that they're thrilled about the returns they're getting from him.
Yeah.
I don't know why I said that. I didn't clarify. I meant the Red Sox there, but
yeah,
right. Because I can't figure it out. Because I think that if we get to the weekend and we hear nothing, then he's probably going back to Japan.
Which is nuts because he like transfixed not just baseball but outside of baseball when he got posted.
Yeah, it was big news. Everybody talked about it.
Yeah. Also, may I ask, what is the posting process? Because I know nothing about this.
Yeah. So basically, it's changed multiple times throughout the years. In fact, just recently it changed a couple of years ago. The way it is now is a team in Japan will take a player. Now, the players there's different stipulations depending on where you are in your age. Like if you're I want to say it's 24 or younger.
Around
yeah, it's somewhere around there. It's 23, 24, 25, somewhere in that vicinity. then if you come over and if you post it and you come over, you can only sign a very small contract, which is originally what Shohei Ohtani did. That's why for the first beginning of the period of time that he was in Anaheim before he became a free agent, he made freaking was on easily the most bang for your buck contract probably in Major League Baseball history.
And that was 6 years, right? Was that still the 6
That's
years?
correct. Because it's the equivalent of a minor league contract, which gives you 3 years of team control and then 3 years of arbitration.
Yeah.
Team control is basically just the team sets your salary at whatever.
Yeah.
And so then basically but if you're above that age, then the team posts you, and the teams in Major League Baseball have 45 days to talk to you, whatever, and to come to an agreement. If they come to an agreement with you and you choose to go over there and sign that contract, then the team that is signing you owes the original team a posting fee, which I believe the maximum they can set is $20 million. So they pay not only the player, but they pay the posting fee to that original team.
So 20 million is basically just packing peanuts with how much baseball is right now. Okay.
Well, but again, keep in mind this depends on the player, because there are times where average level players will get posted or whatever. 20 million for a player that you're only going to pay a total contract of 65 million feels a lot more than a guy that you're going to sign for a 10-year deal worth 400.
Yeah, absolutely. I hear that. Yeah.
So I just wanted to draw that
comparison. Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah, I couldn't think of words.
Yeah.
But so that's kind of and again, like I said, it's been modified a few times throughout recent history, and that's specifically for Japan. Like things that happen, the way it works coming over from Korea is a little bit different. The way it works coming over from China or Taiwan is a little bit different. This is an agreement specifically with the Nippon Professional Baseball League, which is the league from which you see the overwhelming majority of major league players come over. But yeah, and it's interesting because over the last few years, with the disproportionate number of players that we've all seen go to Los Angeles, a lot of people drew with not Murakami, but with Imai, the starting pitcher who's coming over, supposedly coming over. He hasn't had an agreement either, but his deadline is in January, not the same day as Murakami, because he was posted later. But he actually came out and made a public statement a couple of weeks ago, which a lot of people loved, myself included, basically saying, I know that a lot of players from here have loved to go to the Dodgers and whatever. I want to beat the Dodgers. He said, I don't need to be around a bunch of players from here. I think it'd be kind of cool to forge my own path, et cetera, et cetera. So a lot of people kind of really admired and kind of really enjoyed that, because it kind of showed the fact and it kind of showed the reality that there are players who are not just going to come over and automatically, want to do what is quote unquote expected. And
right.
And that, it does kind of remind people that no, there are players that not every player has the same priorities. Some players, do want to be kind of either on their own, or some players do want to, not just join them because you can't beat them type of thing. So Brandon, your thoughts on Murakami?
Yeah, that's and that goes back to what I was saying. I mean, it's, if nothing gets done or nothing gets done, if we hear absolutely nothing by Saturday, then I'm gonna say he's going back to Japan. I just can't see it being this late in the game, and I just think that there's more concerns than just the fastball average and things like that his hitting average against the fastball that are really going. It's not even silent; it's radio silence. Like there's just nothing. And that's I mean, we talk about the whole privacy thing for Japanese players coming over, but we always hear something. We've heard nothing about him since maybe a week after he was posted, 2 weeks.
I don't even remember.
So like
we knew about it like right when he was posted, what teams he was interested in. I don't think we heard everything since.
yeah,
If that, maybe we heard one little small thing that didn't really matter in the grand scheme of
yeah,
things.
like that's about it. Like, and I think that that's kind of who knows, or who maybe he could just be overshadowed by the fact that even though Imai's a pitcher, Imai's the bigger draw. So maybe everybody's just focused on him and just letting Murakami
But
fall by
I
the wayside.
that would surprise me though, because I feel like for a while I would feel like it was the opposite. I feel like Murakami was the one getting more attention than Imai was.
I think when it was first posted, yeah, but I think when they
But
dove,
even before they were posted, I would say.
Oh yeah, I mean he was
yeah,
the bigger draw for like more casual fans like myself when we heard about it.
because people fall in love with the the home run ball.
The home
Guys,
runs,
Oh,
the power.
of course,
like yeah,
absolutely. But
power.
Actually,
Yeah.
this was interesting. So this is according to Eno Saris, who is affiliated with the Athletic, Fangraphs, and similar things. But this is a post on X that came out last night around 11 p.m. Eastern time. It says in Japan, Munetaka Murakami hit a ball 117 miles per hour and made zone contact at a 72.6% rate, which would be bottom 1%. Using StatCast zone contact rates on Fangraphs, here are some comparable career batters. Keon Broxton, Joey Gallo, Sam Hilliard, Bobby Dahlbeck, Matt Wallner, Gabriel Arias, Chris Morel, Chris Carter, Franchi Cordero, Mike Zunino, Chris Davis, the KH Chris, JD Davis, Derek Fisher, Aristides Aquino, and Mac Williamson.
So that
wait,
means home
wait.
run. That means home run or bust.
I
Yep.
thought I thought Joey Gallo's a pitcher.
Now,
Now he,
No, the fact that teams are interested in him as a pitcher, I just want to see. Here's the thing: I think we're gonna see him get a spring training contract, and I'm so excited to see it.
you and me both. I was telling these guys I mean, why not? I would sign Joey Gallo to a minor league contract tomorrow. I mean, there's
What
literally
do you
no
have
reason.
to lose? What do you
That's my
have
point.
to lose to see what
There's
he
literally
does?
no reason not to.
Yeah.
I mean, shucks, we did that this year when Brandon Phillips. Brett Phillips was Brett Phillips was converting to a pitcher. I don't remember if he's still in our system or not.
I
But
don't know how. I don't know. Pitching to me, like from even just like learning how to play baseball, because I'm learning how to play first base right now. How in the
I'm gonna send you Scott Hatterberg. I'm gonna send you Scott Hatterberg clips.
I mean, yes, I understand that, but it's like how? I mean, I get it. These guys have strong arms, but pitchers, you need all this type of control and stuff, and it's just like it seems brutal to just try to transition.
Well, the thing is too that when you're an outfielder, I mean any kind of fielder, you've got the velocity down because you
Right.
already throw hard. So it's more so of just getting the control down, and you can it's like that scene in Major League when Charlie Sheen is throwing the ball and hitting the backstop and throwing all over the place, and the manager says, "You better teach this kid some control before he kills somebody." It's like,
which is hilarious because my personal trainer used to tell me the same thing.
The thing with control is it's especially at an MLB level. And we're not talking rec league here. We're talking MLB level control. That's hard. That's not something you can learn in a summer.
Well, it's also you've got control, and this is the thing. These terms kind of get interchanged, but they are differentiated. You got control, and then you got command. Like
Right.
Exactly.
Like having control and having command. Like I've seen players that have control and don't have command, and I've seen vice versa.
Right.
And so there's that element to it also. But it's quite interesting to me to see players kind of transition from that, because you don't really see players transition from pitching to another position. I feel like it usually goes from a position player to a pitcher, not usually the other way around.
Which way did Rick Ankiel go?
That's what I was just trying to think of. I'm pretty sure it was.
Let me see.
I'm pretty sure it was pitcher to.
I think he went to the outfield, didn't he?
Here, let me double check. Rick Ankiel. He was drafted as a pitcher, and then he went to center field.
That's what I thought.
What was the reasoning for that for him? Was it
He had the
Tommy
yips.
John? Was it he had the yips?
Like,
Oh,
you don't know that phrase. He literally couldn't throw a strike.
Yeah, no, I remember Simone Biles with the yips. That's one of the legendary yips of all time, sadly.
Yeah.
I remember that. That was crazy.
And which is amazing to think back on, because he switched to center field in 2005, and he actually did it after a spring training game where he could only throw with 3 strikes and 23 pitches.
Jesus.
But what's amazing to me, this was 05. He was 25, 26 years old. So he was our age basically, and converting from pitching to playing not just outfield but center field, like one of the most physically demanding, going from somewhere. And I'm not saying pitching isn't physically taxing, because obviously it is, but going from somewhere where you stand on the mountains your whole time, and then going to a place where you have to man the biggest part of the field. I'm just like,
yeah. So we talk about Tommy John, and then rotator cuff still is pretty big, right, for pitchers as well.
Yeah.
Have I ever? Sorry, Scoop. Go ahead. No, go finish up.
No, I'm just gonna say I think that'll always be like, I know that different things now, as advanced as science has gotten more advanced, and as different things of that nature have kind of improved as time's gone on. But I'm pretty sure that will also, or rather, I'm pretty sure that will always be some element of it.
Yeah. Have I ever told you guys my rotator cuff story from high school? I don't know.
I can already tell you haven't told us that, because
I think you've told me that, but it's been a long time.
Okay.
Okay. So this story is gonna well, this Scoop especially is gonna be very confused by this. So high school. I think it was algebra 2. Brutal class, by the way. Algebra 2 sucks.
How did we go from rotator cuffs to algebra 2?
Hang on.
He's gonna tie it in.
Yeah, I'm already confused. I'm gonna tie it in. Brutal class, by the way. It was brutal. Like, the teacher just had a tough time basically teaching it to us, because it's hard. Like, it's a hard class. Like, so I had respect for her, but I was also dealing with a lot of depression at the time, as probably most of us in that class were, because Jesus Christ. But so she always had a problem with her arm. I think it was her left. It might have been her right. She always had a problem with her arm, something of some sort. And so she comes into class one day with this giant cast. I think it was like the Monday or the Tuesday. I'm like, what happened? And she goes, I tore my rotator cuff in the shower. And I'm like, how do you, what? In the shower? So did you just like, I don't understand. I don't get how that's even remotely possible.
I guess the only way is like if you slip and try to grab something and your arm just gives, like, like when your body gives
out,
and then your arm just, because if you're trying to grab something, or your arm might twist the wrong way trying to grab something, it's like, I can imagine that.
I can imagine it, but I'm like, how also, why would you tell a group of high school kids that's how you got hurt? You can lie, right? You can lie.
Or you can just leave it. Or you can just leave it at torn rotator cuff and be done with it.
I mean, I would have asked why. You could be like, I was playing baseball with my son. I'd be like, yeah, I get it. Like, it's not amazing, but I get it. You can't
see, here's the thing. If I got injured in that crazy of a way, I wouldn't be able to think in that moment of something more like I wouldn't be.
You're talking to 16-year-old brat teenagers, though. Like, I'm fine calling myself a brat, because that's what I was at that time. I'm a freaking idiot. It's like, you don't you just don't do that, especially when I'm sorry to say this, we didn't like her because she just didn't teach us the stuff properly. So I mean, so yeah, that's my torn rotator cuff story.
I'll put it this way. I'm grateful that it went the way that it did, only because I thought you were telling us that you tore your rotator cuff, and I
That's
was
what
No,
that's what I thought.
because
Anyway.
I was telling Shane because like I always thought that if I was ever gonna get into baseball, I would do pitching. Thank God I never did because
I mean, I did it.
right. But what I'm saying is, imagine if I like tore my rotator cuff on my left arm and my right arm is already, naturally screwed up. It would have sucked. So yeah,
I mean, if you're learning baseball, so what? So you have to go lefty then, right? I guess.
that's why I'm going first. Well, yeah, my gloves on my right hand. So is that left? It's always confuses
So
me.
if the gloves on your right hand, you're a lefty. Yeah.
Yeah, I have to go lefty. Yeah, but that's why I'm learning first base. I think it just makes the most sense to go from that side.
See, like, because it's like there's ways because I pitched predominantly for like 5 years. There's a way, eh, this is one thing that this is another reason why a lot of pitchers come up and they preach velocity, velocity, velocity nowadays. But the human body and the arm can only take so much. Like you have to realize as a pitcher that command and control, those two things are worth more than just throwing straight gas.
And by the way, I will ask this as well. When it comes to Little League, Brandon, like they tell you, or sometimes they tell you not to throw like curveballs and
They tell you not to throw curveballs and don't overexert. Don't try to make the perfect pitch and overexert yourself because you'll hurt yourself.
Why not the curveballs though? What is
curveball puts a lot of strain on your arm and especially the elbow because you're basically casting your arm, I guess, when you throw it. So I never threw it. It just wasn't a pitch I threw. So I don't know how to actually like perfect like a lot of my friends did throw a curveball, some didn't. But like Adam knows how to throw a curveball. But he didn't he only broke it out so much. But the only thing is he didn't have a lot of control on it, and he ended up like his arm would be sore after games, not hurt, but sore. And I'm like, yeah, because you're throwing a ton of curveballs. So, for me, like I only threw 3 pitches. I threw a fastball, a changeup, and a splitter. That was what I threw. And the thing is, my splitter had a lot of drop to it, so they couldn't hit it. And
Shane, we were out last week because it was sunny. Obviously, it's been awful weather here in Seattle. Praying for everyone who's struggling with the flooding. Thank God I'm not one of them, but praying for everybody who's struggling with that at the moment. But I mean, he threw me a splitter, like a 55-mile-an-hour splitter. Holy crap!
It just drops. It drops.
Holy crap! That is, I always am stunned by it watching it on TV, but seeing it in person, even at basically no miles an hour, because I'm learning how to hit. Oh my Lord!
Yeah, growing up, the it's not even a word, funnest. The most fun pitch you can throw growing up, at least for me, is a splitter. Because I love the fact that you basically throw it just like how you would a regular pitch. But your index and your middle finger on the outside of the seams, and basically you don't pull down because you don't want to yank it, but you basically throw it and it just dies. The ball dies halfway to the plate.
A splitter and a slider. When Shane, I think he threw me a slider. I'm confused. You should ask him. I was like, "What the hell is that?"
Yeah, because
it moves insane. Like it feels like it's about to be a fastball, and then it just goes poof.
When I threw my splitter, like growing up, because I haven't thrown it much since. When I threw it growing up, especially in Little League, kids would just strike out all the time because it looks like a fast because literally
it looks like a fastball. It looks like a meatball directly at your head.
Yeah, because what the proper term is, it's called a split finger fastball. So it is a type of fastball. But the thing is just that the movement is different. It's just for some reason it just dies right like halfway or 3/4 to the plate. The ball just dies. So it's like you're getting ready to swing. You can't stop your swing, and then by the time you're swinging, the ball just dies under the bat.
The ball's literally like 2 feet underneath my bat or whatever. It's nuts.
Yeah. So like that's I always threw that. I threw that. I threw it. I didn't know how to throw it, but it just happened naturally with the way I threw the ball. Like Mariano Rivera, I naturally had a cut to my ball. So I would throw basically a natural cutter, not even trying to, a regular four seam, a changeup, and a splitter. So I threw 4 pitches technically.
Yeah.
3 that I knew how to throw, but 4 technically.
Yep.
So
Three that I knew how to throw.
Yeah.
What Shane made me do, he's like, I just swung a few pitches, and he was like, "Hey, watch the ball. If it's a ball, don't swing. Like, I want to teach you like discipline at the plate."
Yeah.
And so I'm getting better at that. But he was also like, dude, I'm gonna throw 55, 60 because he doesn't want to wear at his arm, and obviously I'm learning. But he's like, dude, I'm not gonna just throw meatballs at you. I'm gonna throw different pitches. You're gonna have to figure out how to swing at all these different pitches.
Especially as it's coming too.
Right. Yeah. All right, Scoop. What's our last thing? Because we got game time here in a few minutes.
Yeah, I do have to mention this. I don't remember what group chat I put it in or to whom I said this, but Yankees got some pretty crappy news earlier this afternoon, and I know different people are going to be different levels of frustrated with it, but I'm pretty frustrated with it. The Yankees, for those who know, the Yankees fired their international scouting director last month. His name is Donnie Rowland, which was considered to be not. Some people didn't think it was major enough, but I thought it was pretty major change to be making. But part of the consequence of that, which is kind of similar to in college sports, when you have coaches go to different places, the recruits typically they decommit and they follow them. The Yankees had this happen. The top international free amateur free agent this year has decommitted from signing with them and will instead sign with the New York Mets. His name is Wandy Osahane, and this came out about an hour ago, or a couple hours ago. And now it also appears that a guy that they were tracking to sign in 2029, who is currently 13, and was tracking to sign with them in 2029, is also planning to no longer pursue a deal with them. Obviously,
13 years old
at that age.
13 years old.
13 years.
Wild.
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, look at soccer. Soccer's even younger.
His name was
soccer's even younger. Yeah.
His name was Angel Garcia. But
I mean, hell, in soccer, you go pro at 15. Guys go pro at 15.
Well, it's and when you think of it this way, even though they don't sign until 15, 16, 17, I mean, when you think of all the things they have to do to get ready, I mean, it kind of makes it make a little more sense, I think. I mean, you're not going to...
It makes sense. I'm not saying it doesn't make sense, but it's like, it's wow. I mean, that's...
No, I mean, it's absolutely insane. But it's just, and again, you can make the argument that, if he were if he were making agreements, with the right players, then obviously he wouldn't have gotten fired or whatever. So it depends on how you look at it. But obviously, when you have had the struggles that they've had in recent memory, and you see not one but 2 guys that were supposed to kind of come into the farm system and try and hopefully give it a boost, this is obviously not what you want to see. But so there was that information that came out for the Yankees as well. I think I'll start it off with, or rather, that's the opposite of what I'm doing. I think I'll finish it up with this. I'll circle it back to football real quick. So Brandon, we haven't gotten to speak on here since the game, but obviously you and I watched a game against the Las Vegas Raiders that ended
Raiders
31 to nothing. And I want to just get both of y'all's opinions on this, and I'll ask it in a way that hopefully should prevent it from it going too long.
I'm sorry for interrupting, Scoop. When everyone says the Raiders, you just go Raiders.
Yeah, the Raiders. Yeah,
the Raiders.
Raiders. Oh, what the hell? But anyway, back to where I was going with that.
Yeah.
1 to 5, your ability to believe that your belief that game actually means something going forward for Philadelphia, between 1 and 5. 5 meaning I'm completely refreshed. 1 meaning it doesn't mean a single thing whatsoever.
Can I go decimal points?
I mean, not wrong. I like.
I mean, it's like a one. Refreshed is the wrong term, I think, because obviously, if you're an Eagles fan, you're refreshed because you spent times torturing yourself.
Yeah, I don't think I know I'm not.
I couldn't think of a better word, but like I'll just rephrase it this way: how much stock are you putting into that victory and the manner in which
1.5? 1.5? I mean, it's fine. Yeah, it's fine. If you say 1 or 0, which I kind of was until we talked about it on FAH, I was like, it's a 1.5. Like it's fine.
Like,
does it help you going into Washington on Saturday afternoon?
Absolutely, it does. Yeah,
absolutely, it does.
Yeah,
and I keep forgetting the game's Saturday at 5. That's so weird.
It's weird.
It's at 5 because of the college football playoff.
Yeah.
Yeah. Also, remind me. I know this is wrong, but we're not recording Saturday, Sunday, and Monday, right?
No, we're not. We're only recording Sunday and Monday. We're not even for FAH. We're only recording Sunday and Monday.
I thought you said we were recording Saturday.
We never record Saturday. I hate recording Saturday. Recording Saturday.
Right, my bad.
I think we tried once, maybe like 2 or 3 years ago, and it just wasn't. It just was
the energy. The thing is, the energy on Saturdays, in particular, just dies. The only time we like actually do like an early week double is the stupid Brazil games, just because it's the opening of the season.
Because it was something different. Yeah, and
plus the opening of the season.
We'll be footballed out on Saturday, but between the 2 NFL games and college football, it's like there's too much in one day to pack in.
There's no point. And by the way, I will mention this again on this show. We're not even supposed to record today. We never record when there's a Saturday slate on a Thursday night. The only reason we're doing it is because this game is so damn big.
And the movie. We have to do the movie. But normally we would never do this. This is like a once. Rare. This is like it's incredibly rare. Yeah. I will say this before we get to the game tonight. Last thing that we'll say, because it is news because we didn't get to it. The Tua benching.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, that is we knew it was coming eventually, didn't we? Like
it took too long. It took way too damn long. And by the way, Quinn Ewers starting is the right choice. I want to see him play. That's the biggest thing. Yeah,
I agree. When you're not playing for anything this late in the season. If you were still playing for something, you go Zach Wilson. If you're
Does this feel like with you guys? Does this feel? I mean, because remember, Tua's also had some issues with the media this year and kind of not being a good leader. Does this feel like Jalen Hurts and Carson Wentz to anybody?
No, because I don't know what Quinn Ewers is yet. But by the way,
we didn't know what Jalen was either.
I will say this though. Jalen was also a second-round pick. I will say this. I'm telling you, I've heard from multiple people. Tua's contract is tradable. The question is,
who's going to win it?
Does anyone in the entire NFL want to trade for that?
And the cap hit only goes up from here.
Yeah, it is tradable. Who would trade for it? Who?
It's 40 this. I think it's 40 this year, and then it goes up to like 53, and then 56, and then almost 60. I think.
Yeah,
it's like ridiculous.
I'm gonna. I keep hiccuping. I'm going to pull up cap space real quick for this coming season.
Okay, wow. This Seahawks stadium looks weird with the print on. You'll see, like in the end zone and the logo and that is weird. NFL rivalry jerseys, baby.
Oh, Shane's going to love that.
Yeah, he's going to love that. I love these jerseys, and Brandon, you should love them too because they're basically Oregon Duck jerseys.
They look like I was gonna say. I'm gonna call you guys the Seattle Ducks tonight.
So I have a question for you guys.
Yeah.
So most of the teams that have the most cap space, shockingly, are really bad teams. There's one team in the top 10 that's actually a very good team, and is potentially needing a quarterback this offseason because their current one may retire, and they have multiple first-round picks. Could the LA Rams be Could the LA Rams be a target for Tua Tagovailoa?
No way.
They
No.
love
And
Stafford bounced back.
by the way, Stafford's not going to if he wins MVP, he's not going to retire this year.
Yeah, and he probably will.
He probably won't.
You know,
I will.
He seems like the kind of guy who, if he finishes the season well and the team finishes the season well, he'd want to go out on top. He doesn't seem like the kind of guy who. He doesn't seem like the kind of guy who wants to keep falling down until he ends up getting his brains bashed in like the beginning of his career in Detroit.
I'll say be patient on it. I'm not going to make a decision on Stafford retiring yet. I just don't think. I think it's less likely than we feel. The one team that keeps getting discussed, and I don't know how comfortable I feel about it, it's Minnesota. Minnesota's been like getting discussed massively, and I'm like,
I mean, if Tua struggles to get the ball on a consistent basis to Waddle, and when Hill was healthy, then he's not going to get the ball to Justin Jefferson on a consistent basis.
I will tell you, Scoop, to finish this off with the Rams with Tua. Sean McVay has a prototype for quarterback. If Matthew Stafford retires, he will find that person, and that person is not Tua.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Yeah, I'm looking around right now, and obviously I'm mostly looking at the teams that are in like the top half or so of teams that have the cap space. It's teams like Indy, which again, Shane Steichen has that archetype that I don't think he fits.
And Daniel Jones is re-signing, so that's not happening.
Yeah. Denver, obviously they got Bo Nix, that ain't happening. New England, definitely not happening. Washington, definitely not happening. Seattle,
definitely not happening. No.
San Francisco, they already have the Brock Purdy
they're
contract.
Fine. And just from what you're listing there, Scoop, it's going to be a team with not a lot of cap space, which is why this is going to be a massively complicated trade to get done.
And the thing is, so if anybody takes him, you're going to have to gut a good part of your team just to get him.
The only team I can see in the top half of the cap thing that I was just reading, the only team that I can see that even remotely makes sense, and the team that has kind of a similar quarterback now to that, is Carolina.
And Carolina loves Bryce Young right now. They still feel pretty confident in him as it stands.
Especially if they pull off the division this year. Then it's
it's not only that, Bryce Young is still under a rookie deal. They wouldn't want to do anything with that. And I don't think Bryce Young is very good. I don't think anyone here thinks that. But just because he's on a rookie deal, you don't want to.
I think he's better than I think some people give him credit for sometimes.
I think that's fair.
I think that if you put him on, I think he would. I'll say this: I think about 20 or 25 teams, he's either a low end starter or a high backup.
Yeah, which is why he is what he is in Carolina. Oh God, I love these unis. Oh, they're so nice. Oh my God. I bet Shane messaged us just now and said, I hate this. I love it. It's gorgeous. It's just Oregon. It's just Oregon. So I like it. I like it. This is good.
Oh wow. Free agent pitcher in Major League Baseball, free agent pitcher John Means has announced that he was expecting to sign a contract with a Major League Baseball team on Tuesday, but tore his Achilles while training.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, heavens on earth.
Yeah, you never want that ever for a guy like that.
I said that incorrectly. He ruptured his Achilles.
Oh shit. Excuse my language. Oh God, that's awful.
No,
oh Jesus Christ.
That was awful.
All right. Well, that's not good news to end it on, but
no, it's not. But I just saw it and I just had to mention that. But so right now we got the beginning of the Rams Seahawks game going into the beginning of Week 16, and
that was fast, wasn't it?
Yeah,
that was fast.
So Brandon, as far as I'm aware, and now Rob. We will not be on next Thursday because it is Christmas Day, and we will not be on the following because it's New Year's Day. So I think as of right now, I think we're scheduled not to return to air until January 8th. We'll see if anything.
Well, no, sorry. Go ahead, Scoop. Sorry.
I was saying we'll see if anything changes, but I have had that discussion with the people at K&K, and that's the way that it looks like for now. Also, real quick, I was hoping he was going to be here to be able to talk about this on his own, but our longtime friend and recent co-contributor Jay Kruger will not be continuing going forward regularly
Best,
on
brother. Wish you the
on
best, brother.
What's the Scoop. He is, first of all, let me say he's doing very well.
Yeah.
He has recently taken on a new position in the legal space and has been on an upward trend in his professional life and career. He's, again, we're extremely proud of him, extremely grateful for all he did in such a short time, both on the show and for the show off air. So just wanted to say thank you, Jay. We love you, and you got a seat on this show anytime you want to come back. And definitely his as he calls it, Jay Macon person cannot be easily replaced. That being said, we're thrilled and fired up to have FAH's Rob Szolosi on with us going forward.
Yeah.
Thank you, Rob, for joining us. And
I will say a couple things, just
Yeah.
a couple things before I go. But so yeah, Jay, congrats. Go do your thing, brother. We're so excited for you.
Mhm.
And then secondly, we'll be on FAH over this period as well during the
Yeah.
holiday season in our normal scheduled programming, other than the actual holiday. And then Scoop, you contributed to our Substack this week. Football After Hours Substack. You can see that on there.
Yeah.
All of our articles are there, posted for this week or the past week. You did power rankings for that, so go check that out as well.
NFL power rankings. So hopefully you guys enjoy it, and I look forward to hearing anybody who reads it. I look forward to hearing what people's thoughts are, because I'm sure that I'm going to ruffle some feathers with at least one thing that I said.
You did something really unique with your power rankings, because I did double check with you, because normally power rankings are flipped. They're from one to the last, and you wanted to go 14-1. And I was like, should I flip this? And then I was like, let me check with him. You wanted to keep it at 14-1. I was like, cool.
I did.
Totally fine. And I baited people with the photo. I was like, I'm gonna bait people. So I baited people with the photo that I used. I baited the crap out of people.
I have to see it. I haven't even pulled up the thing yet, but
oh my god, I baited the crap out of people with the photo. I'm gonna look and see what crap out of people with it.
I'll have to look and see what that even means. But
if you look on the Instagram, there's always a photo that accompanies our articles. I decided, you know what? I'm not even gonna ask Scoop what to put on here. I'm just gonna bait the hell out of people. Go ahead and
do it. Yeah.
Here, I'm gonna double. Is it the dog?
No. If you go on FAH, if you go on our Instagram page,
I am on our. Oh, sorry. I was on our podcast chat.
Yeah, no, on the story.
Yeah, I'm looking right now.
If you go through our story, you're the last one, and I baited people with the photo.
Football, After Hours NFL.
It's so good.
That's such a bait.
I love how we put NFL at the end, like as if Football After Hours would be about soccer.
Well, no. The actual Football After Hours is taken. Actually,
I know it's just funny to me that it says Football After Hours NFL. But let me see. You did not put Caleb fucking Williams.
I baited people.
Oh my lord.
I baited people. All right, and with that, let's watch some football, guys.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's go watch this game. Looking forward to seeing how hopefully we get some good football in the next couple hours. I'll see the two of y'all in a little bit, and everybody who tunes in and who tuned in again tonight. We had really good viewership tonight. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you for joining us, everyone.
Yes,
that's wonderful.
Thank you.
Have a. I know that Hanukkah's ongoing right now. Have a wonderful rest of your Hanukkah celebration. Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, and we will see y'all in 2026. Thank you, everybody.
Peace, everybody. Happy holidays.
Everybody.
Absolutely. And as I will say for one final time in 2025, same Scoop time, same Scoop channel. And for the first time, Scoop, Brandon, and Rob